KSI Fury, Logan Paul.
Yeah. It's the original. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Eminent Sports Broadcasting. It's me, your host, Classic, and my co-host.
Low Soul, Casey, and No Soul back in the building. Took a
Yes,
little
sir. Yes,
hiatus,
sir.
but we back, baby. Let's go.
We talking about this. October 14th. A lot of fights.
Yeah, it's lit, man. It's active.
Is it lit?
It's lit, man. It's always lit, man. Whenever these fights is lit.
According to my co-host, this is lit. This is something to look forward to.
Oh man, it's all fun. You love the game. Who don't love a good fight, baby? Come on.
I'm gonna let you choose which topic you would like to discuss first, my brother.
All right, well, we're gonna build it up. So let's go from let's start with the KSI versus Fury, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis fight.
Okay.
And then we work our way up. Let's go. Hey, but before we start, man, come on. Let's get the likes and the subscribes up, man. You guys watching this video, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, man, so you guys can catch all this good content we got coming to y'all.
Facts. They waiting on us, though. They waiting on us to be more, you know what I mean, consistent and shit like that. But life be catching up with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know how it is, man.
And we got a lot of shit going on, but we working behind the scenes to make sure that our schedule it coincides and that we get the time that, you know what I mean, to put in work for y'all. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. But you guys show that love back, man. We putting in that time, man. Show that love back, man. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that share button, man. Let the world know we out here, man.
Facts.
Doing our thing for y'all.
So KSI versus Tommy Fury.
Yeah. Them boys were going at it at the press conference.
Were they? I didn't catch that shit.
Yeah, them boys are going crazy.
Yeah, how was it?
It was interesting. You know what I mean? You know, for a couple. I ain't gonna shit on it. It's interesting, man. I'm gonna watch it. You know.
Yeah.
So I want to see what happens. I want to see if Tyson Fury wants to hold the crown as the YouTube killer. You know. YouTube killer. So he gave Jake Paul his first L, and he's looking to give KSI his first L. He's trying to get rid of all the YouTube boxes for the quote unquote real boxes.
Interesting.
So let's see it.
I like Fury in the fight against KSI, man.
Yeah.
I definitely like him in that fight because he's a boxer. And he showed you what he could do to probably a better boxer in Logan Paul. KSI, I don't know. What has he shown in terms of skill, in your opinion?
He's showing he's a good Muay Thai fighter. Knocked Buddy out with a good elbow last fight.
That illegal blow?
That illegal blow, you know. I mean, he got some skills, you know, considering who he is, where he coming from, you know. Okay. He's fast. He got some power. He said he trains hard. You know, he says he trains at a good gym. We don't know. I think he named the gym, but I can't remember the name. But he said he's been working with some good sparring partners and all that. So you know, he's kind of like Jake, man. He's like not as rich as Jake, but the man rich. So he got the resources, you know, and he puts it in. So we're gonna see.
But does he have a chance against Tommy Fury, a guy that's what would you put him at, the prospect level? Or would you even put him that high?
Nah, he ain't no prospect level. And yes, he has a chance against Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury ain't no world beater.
You know what level would you put Fury at?
Fury's a D level fighter.
So he's at like the beginning level?
He ain't the beginning level because he's been boxing his whole life. At a skill level, he's a D level fighter.
So you put him at a prospect level?
No, because there's prospects that are A and B level fighters. You know what I mean? Prospect means you somebody to watch.
Correct. You know what I mean? So what level would you?
Tommy isn't somebody that
because KSI and Logan Paul would be at novice level, right?
Yeah, novice level, but at least.
So what would you classify Tommy if he's a little bit more accomplished than them and he has more skills than them? What would his level be? If they're novice,
he's not novice. He's been boxing.
So beginner.
He's He's not a beginner because he's been boxing for a long time.
That
He
would be
grew up
not
in a
novice and
fighting
beginner.
family.
Probably be the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's just
there.
He's just there.
He's just in the nether realm.
Yeah, he's been fighting longer.
Yeah.
He comes from a fighting family, so he knows what to do. You know what I mean? In the ring. And then that'll beat somebody who is more skilled than him because he knows what to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So we see it all the time where older fighters who may have took 2 losses, when they get matched up with a prospect, right? Yeah. Young guy who they probably pushed up too fast, or they give them problems. Why? Because they've been there, done that. They know what to do. They got the experience, over the young guy coming up. So that's what Fury knows his way around the ring. Is he a great fighter? No. He doesn't have a weight class,
Yeah.
So that's Fury's biggest problem. He doesn't have a weight class. So, but I don't know. We're gonna see. I think it'll be fun. It's a fight for it's an entertainment fight. You know what I mean? It doesn't hold no weight.
It's definitely get more buzz than the other fights.
Fight, if we here, we all know. We all been at school. We all been at outings. See people fight. People stop and look. Well, this is another fight, so we gonna stop and we gonna look. So I think it's gonna be good, man. Not good. It should be fun. I think that's a better word, fun.
Now, what I was saying is definitely get more buzz than the other fights. I'm seeing a lot of. If you look at their the views that it's getting, man, a lot of the people are interested in this shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna do more views than all these other fights we got up here.
I don't know, man. It's hard for me, dog. Like
it is.
But when I see like a night like this, and you're basically looking at 2 unification fights in different weight classes. One in the super welterweight division, junior middleweight division, and then the other one in the middleweight division, because Tszyu is not an elevated WBO champ, and Mendoza has the interim belt that Fondora had, because basically he was the mandatory fighter for Charlo.
So we switch it. Okay, so we switching to that.
No, we ain't switching yet.
Are we switching to that, or are we gonna keep it?
No, we staying on this. But
we'll get to that, because I have my opinions on that.
It's hard for me to like gain interest in this freak show.
I don't think it's a freak show. Like I said, I think it's entertainment. We live in an entertainment world. You know what I mean? Like, and at least one of them, and then the guys on the undercard, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. We live in a social media, YouTube-centric world.
Yeah.
Well, like, what do you watch more, TV or YouTube?
Lately I've been watching more, I would say YouTube.
YouTube runs. I look at my phone. My girl goes on my phone, says I'm on my phone too much. She looks through my phone. She sees my screen time. I'm like doing like 12, 14 hours a week on YouTube. You know what I mean? So we watch YouTube. We on social media. So that's what runs the game. So whoever's most dominant on that is going to be.
But why is this more dominant though, bruh?
Because they have a bigger fan base.
Yeah, but if you're a fan of fight, if you want to see a fight, right?
Exactly.
I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying, like, I see the views, I see the fight, I see the promo, and I've seen kind of little of the Tszyu and the Mendoza promo. But like when I look at this image that I've put together for you guys, that the zone card has zero interest for me, bro.
Right.
I will do it.
You're a hardcore boxing fan, right? But like I've told you before, hardcore boxing fans don't push the needle when it comes to views in the fight game, right? It's the casual boxing fans that buy the pay-per-views, that push the needle on the pay-per-views, you know?
Yeah.
And hardcore boxing fans feel like they already know what's gonna happen.
In terms
You know
of
what I
these
mean?
YouTube
So there's a
fights?
lot of fights. I'm in the boxing gym, right? We'll talk about fights, right?
Yeah.
Leading up to Saturday. Fight happens Saturday. Come back to the gym on Monday. Ask them if they seen the fight. Nah, if they saw the highlights or they heard what happened.
You talking about the boxing fights?
Boxing fights, right? So a lot of people don't watch fights, you know, and that's just what I feel. So it's casual fans run the boxing game, run MMA game, they run everything. You know what I mean? So the more casual fans you could get to tune in, the more money the event makes. You know, that's why these YouTube fighters are doing the numbers that they did. Remember, we had a conversation off camera the other day. What it's looking like to me is these YouTube fighters are the only ones that the zone are putting on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Right?
Since Canelo left.
Since Canelo
then
they running them.
Drain their budget.
Running the zone. And then Showtime is putting on Tszyu versus Mendoza. We could ask 10 people on the street. 10 out of 10 is probably going to say they don't know either one of those dudes.
Facts.
That's a fact. That's no exaggeration.
But if
we pick 10 random people on the street, ask them, do you know who Tszyu is, who Mendoza is? They're going to say no. We ask 10 people on the street, do you know who Tommy Fury is or KSI? Do you know it's Logan Paul or Dylan Dennis? At least 5 out of 10 going to say yes. They know at least one of those people, probably 2. Right? So we see why they push the needle and the other guys don't.
Yeah, but that's a shame, man.
Yeah.
That's a shame because that should be a good fight. Tszyu. Anyways, let's not jump on that yet.
Should be a real good fight, but
let's not jump on that yet.
It's another good fight that nobody's really gonna see.
I seen Logan Paul and who's this guy he's fighting?
Logan Paul's fighting Dylan Dennis.
Where's he from?
He's known in the jiu-jitsu world, man. He got popular because that's who Conor McGregor used as a training partner for a long time till to this day.
Yeah.
So he kind of got famous off of Conor's back, you know.
Yeah, there's a video of him with I forgot that girl's name that's doing the interview.
And he trolls a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people hate him. And he's also famous for the time when
Conor... He's hated.
He's hated, yeah.
Okay.
If you remember
recipe for success in terms of fan interest.
If you remember when Khabib and Conor fought, when Khabib jumped over the fence,
yeah,
he went at him.
Oh,
that's who he was going after. You know? So yeah, he's famous for all the wrong reasons, I guess, right? Not for fighting, you know.
Yeah, now seeing in one of the interviews this the girl, I think she used to box, Emily Bridges, or something like that. Mm-hmm. Asked to be choked out by him or whatever. Or he said, "I'll put you in a choke" or some shit.
Right.
And I'm not sure if she was faking it or if it was legit, like she literally fainted.
I didn't see it. I think I saw the picture of it, but I didn't watch the video.
But who do you think is going to win that fight?
I think Logan should win. I mean, he's been boxing
longer
for a while. He's bigger, longer, stronger. You know,
this guy looks like he would break the code in terms of like, okay, we're in a boxing match. I'm getting my ass kicked.
Oh, he might shoot a takedown.
I'm gonna do some stupid shit and get disqualified.
Yeah, he could. He's another thing with him too is he never makes it to the fight. So he's been scheduled for other fights. I think he signed with Bellator or something. And never showed up. Always pulls out. There's always something going on with him.
Okay, so that's why Logan was like, hopefully I'll see you there.
Yeah, that's why they had bare knuckle boxing dude, Mike Perry, as the backup fighter.
Yeah.
Because nobody had confidence that dude was gonna make it to the fight.
Also, Mike Perry is the backup fighter for Logan if he doesn't show up.
Right, if Dylan Dennis didn't show up. He was the backup fighter.
That shows weakness, man. Like you don't show up for a fight because you're afraid to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, right? You're
he
gonna
got a
get
hype. He sells himself real good. He's like he's the greatest in walking, but like I said, nobody's never really seen him fight. I watch all the fights. I still ain't seen him fight. He's done some jiu-jitsu stuff.
yeah. If you're gonna go into an event, you're paid. You're gonna get residual income. If you did a certain type of contract, you can get residual income based on your shoulder program that you create yourself. Plus, if you get a little back end of any shoulder program from the show, probably not. That's probably not the type of contract that they sign. But there's money to be gained. Just show up. To back out, you just like you looking like a pussy, bro.
He eats off hype. You know what I mean? Eats off hype, and I ain't mad at him.
You got to be mad at him if you
look
said
how
that.
famous he is, and he about to cash out right now off this fight, off of nothing, off of just training with Conor and running his mouth on Twitter. But he's bigger than a lot of dudes. Dylan Dennis is bigger than Tszyu and Mendoza, and nobody's seen him fight. What does that tell you? Right? So I feel him, I guess, because he knows once he gets in the ring or the octagon, he gets smashed.
Though that means nothing.
I mean, it do mean something if you're getting paid more than them.
No. If you're in the world of professional boxing, in the world of MMA, this shit means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Let me tell you why. If you got what's that girl? Kate. What's that girl's name? The one that the football player is dating.
Katy Perry?
No, Taylor, the white.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Her name escaped me for a second. You know what I'm saying? I know who Taylor Swift is. I actually like her music. I think she's a great performer, a great entertainer, great artist. If Taylor Swift was gonna have a boxing match against Katy Perry, and they put it on the same night as this shit, that shit would crush all four of these. That shit would crush these other three events, right or wrong.
Katy Perry, what?
If Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry boxing match was announced today, let's say they did it today, Friday. Yes. All these fights are tomorrow, so they've had weeks and months to promote these fights, and they announced Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry today. That is gonna be on tomorrow. That shit is gonna trounce all three of these events in terms of views and in terms of
because they both have like 20 million followers,
and it means nothing.
All right, and this is how I'm gonna stump you, right? I'm gonna stump you. What is boxing?
Boxing is a professional sport.
But what is it? What are they called?
Warriors.
What else?
Gladiators.
What else, Nick? You know what I'm saying?
Entertainers.
You know what they call themselves? Prize fighters.
Oh, okay. Prize fighters.
Prize fighters. What is a prize fighter?
You collecting the bag.
Somebody who fights for money.
Yes.
Right? Let's look at the last quote unquote YouTube fight that just happened. Jake versus Nate, right?
Yeah.
What they say for Nate after the fight? They said Nate. Now, it's not true. But hold on, it could be true. I don't know because I'm not in his pockets. They said in that one fight, Nate made more than he did in his whole UFC career.
Yeah, but that's a shame on the UFC.
Right. But think about that. In one fight versus this dude, he made more money than he did in his whole UFC career. I think that's cap because what they're going off is his guaranteed purse, not pay-per-view odds and all that stuff. But
they're probably.
But it could be because they said the number because him and Jake split the promotional costs with 50-50. So they said they both made 20 plus million.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me in one fight I can make 20 million more than what you made your whole career, and what are you gonna be able to tell me? I made 20 million, I'm Nate.
Yeah.
You a real boxer. Say you Tszyu, and you say, "Oh man, that means nothing. That's a bullshit fight." Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, you made 2 million your whole career. In one fight, I just made a dub. Nigga, I'm laughing at you. Yeah, you could have that. Like Ella B told somebody when they were talking about Tszyu and Tank, when they were saying Tszyu career right now, he's a Hall of Famer. Tank ain't. Ella B said, okay, that's cool. Tell him to go to the bank, take his Hall of Fame resume and his belts, and go see how much that'll get you. Because we know this sport is all finicky. You could be as great as you want, but people, they don't care.
What was the numbers that they did? What was the numbers
Ooh.
that Jake Paul and Nate Diaz did?
Look it up.
Because as popular as these guys are, you know what I'm saying? What's the numbers, man? Because it seems like a lot of people are more interested in seeing these people talk shit. They said it
breaks. Shout all dunks. Okay, South and fight. Sold over 450,000 buys, earning nearly $27 million.
Okay.
Not including the gate, sponsorships and all that.
So it did 400,000.
400,000.
I would have thought it did more because it was like,
no,
they made it seem like it was
at the end of the day, these guys is fighting for the money. We heard Floyd after the Canelo fight. It was the first thing he said. Who did the highest gate? Who made the most money? Why? Because bro, they prize fighters, bro. They ended to make the money. If I could come in and rob the bank on 1, 2, 3 fights, and you over here giving your heart and your soul to this, yeah, it's cool. I respect it. Of course, I love the sport. So I love it. Of course, I know you a better fighter. You done more, but at the end of the day, who won? Or who's winning? You know what I mean?
The boxer's winning.
Nah, the boxer ain't winning.
Yeah, because he's creating legacy.
He's
creating glory.
He's also creating CTE in his brain.
Yeah, but these guys can do the same thing.
Yeah, but man.
I mean, they playing around.
That's why I don't shit on it. Trust me, I'm a purist myself, but that's why I don't hate it, bro. They in it to make money.
Nah,
so money.
I don't hate it.
So
I don't hate it. I'm just trying to understand.
If these guys were smart, they would be trying to fight him too.
Nah, does nothing for them.
It does a lot for them. It makes
remember, these guys are making money though. You make it seem like these guys are not making money.
Not like that though. Not like that. Only a few small percentages making money like that. A lot of these guys are broke. UFC and boxing. It's a small percentage. Just like the NFL. Like we look at the NFL. Baseball, basketball is the only 2 sports where damn near the whole roster eating. But you go to NFL, you got the quarterback, the tackle, the wide receiver, the cornerback, the defensive end that make the bag. Everybody else on the team is either on league minimums or veteran minimums.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. These dudes do not be paid like that. You know what I mean? And in the NFL, you can sign a contract today and be cut tomorrow. And that contract is pretty much null and void. Like, so you in it to make the bag. These boxers, they don't be like that. I see them in the gym. They not like that, bro. You like some of them have done well for themselves, right? But a lot of them are down bad, bro.
Yeah, because a lot of that is life choices, man.
It's hard.
If an NBA player can make $100 million in his career and be broke, a boxer that makes $5 to $10 million in his career could definitely fall victim to bad spending and poor money management.
You got to keep in mind too, there ain't no pension for boxers.
Facts.
Ain't no 401k for boxers.
Facts.
These dudes ain't getting with money managers and all that. Like the newer, the smarter ones. Like I saw Caleb Plant interview with million worth of game. He was talking about how he got to invest. Got some smart people around him. He got a good woman with him. He got a head on. He got a good head on his shoulders. So pause. So that boy, I mean, he doing his thing. You got some fighters that are doing their thing. I mean, got right people around them. But for the most part, that's a small percentage, bro.
Yeah.
Like single digits. 90% of the fighters, 4 or 5 years after they fight, and they down bad, bro. 30% of the fighters, 40% of the fighters,
yeah,
are down bad their whole life.
Yeah, it's a top heavy sport. You know what I'm saying? The cream rises to the top. What's the odds on these fights, man? On the novice fights? I'm curious because there's no way KSI beats Tommy Fury. And based on what you're telling me about this Dylan guy, Logan Paul should beat him. But I wouldn't even bet on Logan Paul. I would just leave him out of the mix.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on none of these fights.
If I did a parlay, I would do a two-way parlay for the night. I would bet on Tommy and Tszyu just to win.
Yeah, those are your safest bets.
That's how you should place bets.
That is how you should play bets.
What's the odds on that shit though? I'm curious.
Let me check.
Because they might think KSI got a shot.
You do got a shot.
He ain't got no shot, bro.
You do got a shot.
Bro, if the man beat Logan, bro. If he beat Logan, bro.
KSI beat Logan already.
Yeah, but that's what KSI ain't never fought Logan. Jake, sorry. If Tommy beat Jake, there's no way that KSI is beating Jake, bro. I mean, there's no way KSI is beating Tommy, bro. At least I don't think so. Because the only fight I've ever seen of KSI was the fight with Logan, bro, when he fought Logan Paul.
Yeah, he's gotten much better since that, though.
But he looked real.
That was a long time ago, too. That's when he was first starting. He was first starting, bro.
Okay.
He was just starting.
What's the odds on these motherfuckers, man? Janibek and Gualtieri.
That's all you. You talk on that.
Well, it's a unification fight. Middleweight division. Janibek from Kazakhstan. Home, same place where Triple G's from.
So,
go ahead.
To cut you off, KSI is a plus 270. Tommy's a negative 330.
That sounds about right. Might even be Tommy could have even been a minus 500, bro. I think that's a safe bet, man. And this fight is where's the fight at?
Dylan Dennis is a plus 340. Logan is a minus 460.
So would you put in a three-way parlay Logan, Fury, and Tszyu?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Logan's gonna be old boy.
Yeah.
He's too tall and long for him.
So that's the bet. That's a recommended suggestion in terms of betting. We're not giving you advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is not we're not your fathers and your mothers. We're not telling you to go bet your money on this shit, but those look like a pretty safe bet. Logan Paul, Tommy Fury, and Tszyu.
Definitely.
All right, moving on from this. Janibek and Gualtieri. So Gualtieri, I've never seen him fight.
I don't even know who he is.
I just know he got a vacant belt from I don't know if he fought for the vacant belt, but he has the IBF strap that Triple G relinquished when he decided he didn't want to fight no more. And he didn't want to fight any of the top contenders. So Janibek and Gualtieri is going to fight for a unification fight in that division. I'm interested in watching. I want to see him fight for the first time. Do I know if he has a chance to beat Janibek? I've seen Janibek fight a couple times. He has good skills. I've seen him only look not so super in one of his fights, but the other fights he got knockouts and he looked very impressive.
You said one of those dudes have an interim belt?
No. They both have full titles. They Gualtieri got the vacant belt. Let me pull it up and see.
What weight class is this?
This is middleweight.
160.
Remember, Janibek was the 160. Janibek was going to be Demetrius Andrade's mandatory, and he decided to move up instead of fighting him. He's like, "Yo, I'm done with 160. That ain't a big fight. I'm ready to make big fights now," and he moved up to 168.
Yeah.
So let me look up this Gualtieri. Let me see if he fought for that belt or they just, hey, emailed him that shit. If Tank was smart, right? Because, he was criticizing your boy about the email champ shit, right?
Mm-hmm. All these dudes about to be email champs.
I apologize for that, yo. I'm a little under the weather today. If you guys can't tell, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Picked up a bug.
Shakur about to be an email champ.
Yeah.
Tank about to be an email champ.
But hey, what Tank should do is he should have the president of the WBA drop that shit off personally, delivered, hand delivered.
He gonna be the Uber champ then.
Hey, that shit better than email champ, right?
Uber champ.
Let's see. Let me see right now. I'm gonna tell you right now about this motherfucker. Vincenzo Gualtieri. 21-0 with 7 knockouts, 1 draw. 7 knockouts, so he's not a puncher at all.
Nobody gonna want to see that.
He fought for the IBF vacant world middleweight title against Esquiva Falco. Esquiva Falco.
Mm-hmm.
And this shit doesn't interest you at all.
No, I don't.
So you getting clarification in the middleweight division, you would prefer to watch the KSI and the Tommy Fury fight, just for your further knowledge of the pure science. You would put that to the side to watch the KSI card, right? I'm not knocking you for it. I'm
a watch. I'd rather watch my man Soul Poppy than watch these two guys fight. I'm sorry. I'm furious, but these two dudes, I've never heard of them a day in my life.
Yeah, but a lot of people have that mindset.
I'm
too.
on YouTube every day, and I'm always looking for the next guy up, and I've never heard of these dudes. But now some guys fly under the radar and all that, but once these guys look at where they at, they both got belts, and nobody still know them. So that tells you everything you need to know. They're not worth checking for. Because if they were, we would know it. We'd have been known about them already. You know what I mean? So I'd rather watch a fight that,
I mean, you're supposed to know about them, bro. They're from, one guy's from Kazakhstan, the other guy's from Germany, bro.
They're not from U.S. Hey, the fuck? Nobody care about Kazakhstan.
I was being sarcastic.
No German. Ooh, no good German.
No, but that's on the promoters, though, bro.
No good German.
That's on the promoters. They're dropping the ball on that.
Because, bro, they're not marketable. So they're not putting no marketing dollars behind them.
So you think that
we see Top Rank putting money behind Xander, Zayed.
So I'm saying, that's money wasted, bro. What's the
It's
point?
not money wasted. They ain't putting no money behind
What's the
them.
point of being in this division and being a player in this division if you're not going to market the fighters?
There is no point in being in that division. That's why there's no good boxers in that division. I ain't gonna say there's good boxers. There's no famous popular boxers in that division.
Charlo in there.
Exactly. Charlo went there to die. What has he done since he's been to 160? Nothing. He's been on a 3-year hiatus.
I think that's on him though, man. That's on his life.
It's on him, man. But if that division was popping like 168 was popping, I bet he wouldn't have been out for 3 years. He'd have been getting that check, fighting some dudes. That's the division everybody skips over. Look at Canelo. Went there. Oh man, this shit dead. Let me jump out 68 bump. Like no, who fights at 160? Nobody.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you the two culprits that made that
even
division.
all time. Who's been like all time?
What, middleweight?
Yeah, 160. Who?
Hopkins. Hopkins was a career middleweight. Then he went up
at 60.
Yeah, middleweight, and Triple G as well. Triple G staled the division, bruh. 2 people to blame for that division getting stale. 3 people actually. Andrade, Charlo, and Triple G. Because none of them motherfuckers wanted to fight each other.
See, that division's so dead, I forgot about that. But it makes my point. You feel me? And that's why that's why Hopkins was able to reign for like 10 years. 18 title defenses, whatever the number was, because there was nobody there.
No, but at that time it was a different era. So there was
nobody really there. All the great fighters in that era were in lower divisions.
I mean, if I pull up his box record, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find names in that reign.
Yeah, names, but guys he brought up. De La Hoya, Trinidad.
Yeah, but he was the man. You got to be the man in that division.
Yeah, but he was beating 47 pounders.
There was 3 dudes in that division, and they didn't fight each other.
Yeah, but you making my point. Wasn't no great fighters there. Wasn't. That's why those do Triple G. That's why he had his reign until he had to come see Canelo. Then Canelo knocked him off. You know what I mean? There was no great fighters in that division, bro.
You disrespecting the division that Hagler
wasn't Triple
that
G at 54?
reigned. Hagler reigned in that division.
Same thing with Hagler.
That's one of the glamour divisions.
What was the biggest fights Hagler had at 60?
Was one of his big Leonard.
What was the biggest fights? Leonard, 47-pounder. Who else? Duran, 47-pounder. Came up from 130. Who else?
Tommy,
47-pounder.
John the Beast Mugabe.
Don't know him.
John the Beast Mugabe.
Don't know him. But you see my point? Like you gotta go fishing for that weight class.
That happens once you name what. Okay, so like with Hagler when he was fighting in that division, he was cleaning out the division. But once your name starts ringing bells and you become that guy, when you become him, you're going to be able to bring up other popular fighters, whether you're going to be able to bring them up or you're going to bring them down.
No, you're not bringing them up because he wasn't bringing them up in their prime. They was washed at that point.
No. Leonard was not washed. Tommy wasn't washed.
They were at the end. They weren't at the height. Leonard was retired and came back.
Yeah, but that because he was
retired and came back.
Yeah, but he
Duran, we know about Duran. We already know the deal with Duran. 30-pounder, went all the way up to 6.
I think Leonard saw the fact that Hagler was in a big fight with John the Beast. Because remember, Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe right before he fought Leonard, right? And they were in a war. Remember, Mugabe was like an undefeated fighter with like 20-something fights, 20-something knockouts.
160-pound divisions where fighters go to hide.
No, bro.
They go there, fight a bunch of bums, and they're able to prolong their career. No. Oh, shit get hot? Okay, 160, man. That shit is sweet. They fuck 154. Let me go to 160. Ain't nobody that I could go beat up these niggas. They ain't got nothing going on. I do my thing at 60. Till a real one see me on his way up to 68. And then boom.
I just think that's what's happened to the division in the last maybe half a decade.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this.
There was a lot when of it goes to the worst ducking. There was a lot of ducking.
When it goes to the worst weight class, it's cruiserweight, then the 160-pound division.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
What's
anything below bantamweight, bro?
Nah. A lot of great fighters come from that division.
Yeah, but them shits is the worst.
A lot of great fighters, but they're more popular than 60-pounders. A lot of great fighters came up from 126 and all that.
Them dudes ain't more popular than the 160-pound fighters. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on.
You gotta understand those divisions run countries. Well, all they fighters are in them divisions. Asia. That's all bantamweight on down.
All right,
Mexicans.
Yeah.
Bantamweight on down.
In my opinion, the junior, the super flyweight, junior bantamweight division is my limit. That's the limit. That's the weight class.
What weight is that?
Well, I don't know what the motherfuckers weigh, bro. I can't off the top. I'll tell you right now. Give me a second. But I'm saying though, you gotta watch this Janibek guy, man.
Man, I'll watch him next time.
Next time what? Next fight? What he's doing? If he becomes unified?
If he fights somebody worth watching.
Oh man.
Bro, I'm 40, bro. I ain't 20 no more. I ain't got all day to be watching everybody. I still got to fit in my college football. Still got to fit in my NFL. Yeah. You got to be doing something.
How your Jets looking?
Looking like the Jets, man.
Yeah.
It's rough out here.
I can't even call the Steelers, man. They so up and down.
You look good, minus the quarterback.
You don't like our quarterback?
Both our quarterbacks ass.
Nah, bro. Kenny?
Pickett, he's all right.
Pickett got. The thing is, like, okay, if he just do what he's supposed to do and don't make critical mistakes, he can get us to where we need to be.
I see, like back in the day, you see why the quarterbacks make all the money, bro. Top tier, because they are hard to come by, brother. They are hard to come by.
All right, so you got what was the weight class you asked for? Super bantam? Mm-hmm. Super flyweight is 115. Bantamweight is 118. Super bantam 122. Mm-hmm. So I would say super fly.
So anything under 122.
For me,
you want to go as high as 126?
I'm gonna say bantam, bro.
Because 122, you got.
All right, now super fly is
118. You talking about? We had Rigo, we had Chocolate Tito. You know what I mean? You had Inoue come from down there.
I know a lot of people praise all them shits, but them dudes never really got me going, bro. They never got me going, bro. They're too small.
Yeah, but they better than any cruiserweight that ever walked the earth. Might as my man Holyfield.
Usyk.
And Usyk. But
O'Neal Bell. You remember O'Neal Bell?
No, I don't want
the Jamaican nigga?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
Fucking yeah, man. I think you should check for this fight though, man, because it's good. For you to gain interest back into this division, you got to know the players.
I will, just on the wrong day, bro. Like, I'm not tuning into that.
So during the week,
I'd rather watch Soul Poppy fight.
All right, now, in my opinion, the best fight of the night, the one that everyone should be watching, the one that should have everyone's interest. Oh, let me get my drink for this. Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza.
Good fight.
Yeah. Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. This is a poor man's unification fight because Mendoza is not a full champion.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He's an but it's not his fault.
Yeah, but I don't like that they even
Charlo
unification on that one. It's not even
no. They don't got it as a they're not building it as a unification fight.
Okay, because they're not got no belts.
But it is a unification fight. Because what's gonna happen if Tszyu wins that fight? Is he gonna hold on to the interim title as well?
No, he got the real title.
No, he has the WBO real title.
Oh,
Mendoza is the WBC interim.
Yeah, he's gonna hold on to the interim as business. Why not?
I'm saying, is he able to?
Because they said because I think I saw something. I don't know if it's true, but now from what you're asking, kind of makes sense. I ain't watched the video, but I think what interim belt Odu got?
Mendoza has the WBC interim belt.
Okay.
That's the belt he got off Fondora.
WBC. So that's what they're saying. So if Tszyu beats that dude, and becomes an interim champ, but Charlo don't fight him, he's gonna get that WBC belt too. Yeah. WBC might strip him of that belt too.
That's the move that should be made.
Yeah.
You can't duck the smoke, man. You cannot duck the smoke.
That smoke.
He definitely ducking him because
ducking that smoke. And I don't blame him.
He's dangerous.
Tszyu
he showed
Tszyu a beast.
Yeah, he showed skill. He showed determination. He showed power.
He showed and he's a real fighter.
Yeah,
because we saw he chose to fight Harrison, where most people wouldn't have fought Harrison. They'd have sat on the shelf and waited.
Yeah,
for that shot.
Motherfucker still be waiting right now.
Still be waiting, sitting there waiting. He said, "Nah, I ain't waiting for what?
And now
I'm fighting, staying short. Beat him, got the belt.
Yeah,
right. Sitting there waiting on Charlo again after he whipped this dude. He gonna wait on Charlo, see what Charlo gonna do. Charlo ain't gonna fight him. He gonna get that other belt, and boom. But Tszyu, I wouldn't want to fight that man either.
So you're saying that,
coming off that L versus Canelo, he ain't gonna go back in there.
Because I was kind of perplexed in the understanding of this, right? Because I'm thinking that, okay, he's the WBO champ, fully recognized WBO champ, right? And Mendoza is the interim. So I know a lot of times if it's not an official unification fight, back in the day they wouldn't even recognize. Like if let's say Tszyu won, that WBC belt will become vacant. So now you're saying that they're doing something different. They're allowing Tszyu to be.
That's what they would do.
I mean, if my memory serves me correct, whenever this situation has happened before, I can't remember the last time when someone was able to get an interim belt off of someone and then hold an interim belt while already being a champion.
But it's a different sanctioning body.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same way how like a sanctioning body, right? You're a world champion. You're not recognized anymore in the other organizations. So you could be number one in WBC, right? And you're number two in the WBO. You fight the WBO number one, you win. You're taken off the WBC list, ranking wise.
Why would that be? That's dumb.
Because
that's the problem with boxing right there.
Because you're a champion.
So what? They still 3 other belts that I want and need. So how am I going to be able to fight for that belt if I'm not in the rankings to fight for that belt?
No, but that's how it works though. Once you become a champion, you're off the board in terms of, so that's why.
But I'm not a champion for your sanctioning body.
Yeah, but that's why it's so difficult for champions to fight champions. They both have to agree. They could avoid each other forever.
And then, like you said, it's an interim champion, not even a rich. That is stupid. Like, that's the problem, bro. That's why you need to get rid of all these sanction bodies and all that. Because it's too confusing for the fans, bro. Like, how can it be 4 champions in one division? That don't even make no sense.
I don't got no problem with the 4 champion thing because boxing is such a big sport.
It's not that big.
What are you talking about?
It's not that big.
Boxing is a global sport, bro.
Let me ask you. It's global, right?
Okay, no, hold up before you go. If they were to like push these fighters to fight more often, like the champions fighting the champions, then you would have more clarification. It wouldn't be you wouldn't have a problem with this many belts, right? It would become more like a playoff in basketball. Okay, so like in basketball, right? You play the regular season, boom, season's over, and then number one in the regular season versus number two number one in the regular season on both conferences, right? So Western versus Eastern Conference champion play for the championship right away. Nullify the playoffs. Which one that's kind of like soccer is kind of, right? They kind of just like play the regular season and the champion's crowned at the end, but no playoff, right? So let's say the way you want boxing, right? You want one champion, right? You have injuries, right? You have all these different things in a global sport where you have thousands of fighters in each.
Yeah, but thousands of fighters aren't on that championship level, dog. There's only a few fighters on that championship level. Just like you go to, let's go college football. There's 300 college programs. Like, let's just go D1, just Power 5, whatever. Every team isn't championship level. You understand what I'm saying? Some of these dudes that got belts aren't on that top tier level. And if I have an organization, sport, I want my champion to be a champion. When you're a champion, you should be the best in that division. You understand what I'm saying? So a Joe Smo shouldn't be able to be a champion, bro. It's like, nah, man. They should be a champion and then tournaments for that interim championship belt. And I don't even like interim belts. And then to fight the champion, right? But like 4 belts, like, come on, man, you confusing. Let's just say there's 4. Let's just say there's 4 belts, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say there's 2 belts. We walking, me and you. I got a belt, you got a belt. We walk in the building. You over there, you got your group. You talking about you a champion. I'm over here talking about I'm a champion. Dude, he comes from me. He comes to you, comes to me. I'm like, hold up. So which one of y'all the champion? He said he the champ. You say you the champ. Who the champ? Who the champ?
Well, until you guys fight each other, you're both champs.
Who the champ? And then we gonna fight each other, and then your sanctioning body gonna strip you from your belt, give it to somebody else, just like they did Charlo with Zoo. Now we know why they did it, but you understand what I'm saying? Or just like they did, that's like they did with Devin and Shakur.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on. And it's too hard for these guys to make fights. It should be mandatory. Like,
I mean, it's the business of boxing, man.
Okay, this is what it should be.
Okay.
Right? This is how it should be, and then it wouldn't be a problem. Right? Because it'd be like the playoffs. And the real champion is the undisputed champ. Well, whenever there's 4 champions, there needs to be a 4-man tournament. You know what I mean? Let those 4 guys, yeah. You know what I mean? Or whenever things shake out. You understand? Especially like, say if Devin vacates, boom, okay. 4 champions, interim, blah, blah, you guys fight it out, boom, to see who's the next undisputed champ.
But what about a build up towards that, though?
That's the biggest build up. It don't get no bigger than that.
What about the sometimes the number one?
Imagine if there was a tournament right now with Tank, Shakur, and Devin, and then throw whoever be the 4th.
Devin's gone.
I know he's gone, but let's backtrack a little bit.
You put someone else in because
so
you can't put the.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
Okay,
let's just go to
vacant belt. Devin drops all the belts,
and boom.
Tank is naturally going to become
elevated. Look, Devin wouldn't have been gone if there was a tournament. So let's just go take Devin out. Boom. Tank, Shakur.
WBO number 1 is Zepeda.
Who else?
I'll tell you right now.
You can throw Frank Martin in there. You can throw the other dude. Or Isaac Cruz. What would be more bigger than that? Think about
nothing.
That
would be perfect.
Tell me this. What was bigger than that Super 6?
Oh man, That shit was so fire.
Legendary.
And then there was letdowns. There was letdowns in
because Darrell.
Yeah, letdowns.
But legendary. Every fighter from that Super 6 was a star after that Super 6. I'm lying?
No, they should do that more often.
That Super 6 was lit.
They should do that shit more often, my nigga.
You do that in every division, then you gonna make some stars, and even the losers be stars.
Lightweight, WBC Devin Haney is champion in recess. So Shakur is number 1 there. Frank Martin's number 2. We know that fight is not happening. In the lightweight division for WBA, you got 2 champions, Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. Number 1 is Isaac Cruz. In the IBF, the number 1 is not rated, so that shit is blank. And George Kambosos is number 2 in the IBF. So
think about it. If they did
Vasily in the WBO, it's it's supposed to be William Zepeda, but Zepeda is number 6. Number 1 is Shakur in the WBO, Bob Arum. Number 2 is Lomachenko, Bob Arum, and Dennis Baranchek is 3. Isaac Cruz is 4. You got to go all the way down to 6 before you get back to Zepeda. Zepeda was number 1 in that division at one point, or maybe it was the
boxing the only sport that don't got a playoff, and that would be boxing's playoff right there.
Nah, boxing's not the only sport that doesn't have a playoff. You don't have a playoff in most of soccer, and that's the most popular sport in the world.
Yeah, but they got a point system.
Yeah,
but you do have a playoff in what do you call it? You got a World Cup
in American soccer.
You got a playoff in World Cup.
In American soccer, you got a playoff,
and in the World Cup, you got a playoff.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, but I agree with you 100%. But the problem is that there's multiple entities.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's not even just the fact that you got 4 different belts. You got fucking multiple big players in the game. PBC, Top Rank, Matchroom, Golden Boy, Queensberry. You know what I'm saying? Boxer. So you got these guys.
Yeah, but are these guys helping the sport or hurting the sport?
I mean, what do you want them to do? They're running a business.
Don't matter. Every business isn't a good business.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I understand that less.
All these guys doing Golden Boy, they holding fighters hostage, bro. Like Top Rank holding fighters hostage. Like these dudes aren't good for the sport. Like they're not. The Zone don't hold their fighters for hostage. You know what I mean? They let Devin go over there to Top Rank to go get them belts.
Nah, they definitely hold
people
hostage.
They did. Who? How?
They didn't let the Triple G. Triple G wasn't able to make no fights.
They made the fight with Triple G and Canelo.
Yeah, but Triple G.
Huge fights.
Triple G was a middleweight. Triple G was a middleweight. He had Canelo over there with a belt at middleweight with 2 belts. And then he had Canelo over there with 1 belt because Charlo had the other belt. Charlo was the odd man out, right?
But they're making fights.
Hold up. In the middleweight division, you had Andrade, you had Canelo, you had Triple G, and you had Danny Jacobs. The only unification in the middleweight division in that time frame was Danny Jacobs and Triple G.
About Danny Jacobs and Canelo.
I mean, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. Was Danny Jacobs and Canelo.
How about Canelo and Triple G?
No, but Canelo moved. Canelo made Triple G move up. The point I'm trying to make is you had 4 of the best middleweights in that division, and you only made 1 unification fight. Once Canelo got those 2 belts, he didn't fight.
That wasn't because in the zone. That was because the fighters didn't want to fight each other.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It has nothing to do with the organization.
Yeah, but you can't. So
you can though, because it's simple. You tell them, hey, you're gonna fight, or I'm gonna strip you of this belt, and you're gonna be on the bench, and you ain't gonna make no money.
Once Canelo moved up,
they can do that because you know who does that? Dana White does that. These fighters, them niggas in the UFC ain't got no choice. He book a fight, you fighting them. That's it. You don't want to fight him, cool. I'll strip you from your belt,
but
and
that's
I
not the
won't book you a
reality.
fight.
And that's not the reality in
It
boxing.
needs to be the reality of boxing. That's
but
what I'm telling
not.
you. That's the argument. But it needs to be. You know what I mean? It needs to be. Like, yo, you got a belt, he got a belt, you guys are fighting. I don't give a damn. We about to go schedule this shit. If you don't want to fight, okay, cool, don't fight. I'll make an example of you, nigga. I'll put you on the show and show all these fighters up under you what happens when a champion don't want to fight another champion, bro. And that's it. Like, what we doing here? That's like Alabama saying, nah, we're not gonna play LSU.
Okay, but
nah, we don't want to play LSU. That's like the Chiefs saying, nah, we don't want to play the Rams. Nah, we ain't gonna play them. We want to play the Jets. Nah, nigga, you ain't got no choice. Schedule's out. That's who you play. You either play them or you forfeit. You don't get no check. That's it. Boxing the only sport where niggas could do all that buffoonery. Nah, nigga. The only sport in the world where niggas, the champion could refuse to fight another champion. Like, where they do that at, bro? Nah, stop that, bro. Like, what we doing? Champion means you fight anybody. Anywhere, anytime, bro, as long as that check right. And if that check right, bro, fight. Like, come on, bro.
In the career of the boxer, though, the interest in fighting champion after champion, killer after killer is not in your best interest. It's in your best interest to showcase your talent, make some paydays, and fight champions when the time is right.
But now, it's also been proven when you fight the big fights, you make the big money.
Yes. But
so you get in, you get out.
Yeah, you get in, you get out. But also, too, the way how the sport... Okay.
If you don't want to do it, if you a champ...
No.
Right? You fight your fights. Cool. All right, you done did your thing. All right. I done fought 3, 4, 5 champions, nigga. Like, I made my couple M's, few M's. Some niggas make big M's. Canelo just hit for 50. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. I'm going to back out. Let the next young gun get his chance. Do his thing. And that's it, bro. Like, sit back on the
for
thing.
the sport to work the way you want it to work, right? A company that has a business to run, right? Who has fighters under their contract, right? It's just gonna have to put all that shit to the side and just say, yo, we just trying to make the best fights possible, whether we lose our position or not. Also, too, the fighter is going to have to be able to make top dollar for all these fights that you're talking about off the rip.
But they will make top dollar because they'll be pay-per-view.
Okay.
And the fans will tune in.
Okay, but...
So they will. It's proven. But the top fighters make big check.
It's not proven, though.
Top fighters make big check.
You basically have 4 champions fighting tonight, and you're telling me the Dylan Dennis is the fight that you want to watch
because they're not real champions.
They're not. Now they're not real champions.
They're not. They're all email champs. They're not real champs. They didn't they didn't beat champions to become champions.
Yeah, but when are they gonna become real champions? I mean,
when they fight real champions.
Janibek was Andrade's number one. Andrade decided to move up. He's been a recognized champ already for a little while now, a couple fights.
So Andre decided to move up, right?
Yeah, he moved up.
And then he got elevated to champ, right?
And he got elevated, but he's had a couple fights now. So why are you saying he's not a champion?
He's a champion, but he didn't beat a champion to become a champion.
But that's not fair to him.
It's not. But this is the game that is being created. A lot of things ain't fair in life. We know that. But this is what happens when you run your business, like you're saying, the way it's being ran.
But this is an example of the business being run right.
No, it's not being ran right.
You're getting the best fight that could be made right now in both of these divisions in terms of in terms of who's available.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's a good every day.
You're gonna get
every day, every Saturday, every Sunday. We watch good games. Good teams play good games. But are they the championship team? No, they working their way to get there, but they're not championship teams.
Every Saturday, you get Alabama versus Mississippi,
right.
Community College, and the fucking score is 8.
Bullshit game, and nobody wants to see it.
Okay.
And they say these guys shouldn't be fighting.
So,
but every week you have a game like
hold up. So you telling me that the Mississippi college team, community college team doesn't get to make some money and showcase their talent a little bit.
Oh, they get them money. They get paid to play those games.
They get paid to play, but
big check.
But they should those. I mean, that's like a
not big enough though.
But are those games necessary? If look, if Alabama came out the gate, right? How many players on a college football team?
85 scholarship players, about 100, 105, 110 with walk-ons.
All right, so you got 110 players. If Alabama came out the gate and they had to play TCU, they had to play.
Which they
hold on. Let me just run off some college teams. TCU that I know are like good teams, right? They had to play TCU, they had to play Oregon, they had to play Georgia, they had to play Clemson, they had to play FSU, they had to play Texas, Longhorns, all of that shit. How much injuries would they pile up in that run?
I mean, that's the SEC, bro. They play all those teams. Alabama got to play LSU.
Yeah, but they don't got to play. But then they don't got to play all those teams back to back. They get a bunch of gimmies.
No, they don't get a bunch of gimmies.
Man, they get a bunch of gimmies.
No, they're not in the SEC, not in the ACC, bro. They playing tough teams week in, week out. Some teams are less. Teams is top heavy. Like, University of Miami back in the day, boy, them niggas used to play all the top teams. Nigga, all back to back to back to back to back. Like,
you trying to sell me a dream right now?
I'm stating facts. Go look at the schedule. Boys playing real teams. Go NFL. Every team is going to be a great team, but they still in even college football. You see, there's a playoff. You go in, D1 AA, nigga. There's a playoff, a big playoff, not a 14 playoff, like a 16-team playoff. You know what I mean? There's playoffs, bro.
Alabama played Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, watch.
September 2nd, 56-7.
Mm-hmm. Run it off.
All right, let me start from the top. I think I'm going into the last season. What was their first game of the season?
I'm not an Alabama fan.
Was it LSU?
Nah, LSU played Florida State first game of the season.
Was it Mississippi State? That probably was their first game, right?
I'll do it.
No, I got you. Because I'm going all the way to Cotton Bowl, so I'm in last year, right?
Yeah, you. I don't know. Well, you're not on this year.
So I'm this year, right? It was Texas, right? Longhorns.
They played the Longhorns, yeah.
All right, so Texas was their first game.
Big game.
No, their first game was Utah State. All right.
Yeah, cupcake. Cut them a check.
All right, so let's do it. Alabama versus Utah State, 55-0, bro.
Yeah, they're a bump.
Okay, so that was their Alabama. They're not top dogs anymore, right?
Yeah, they're still Alabama,
but they're still ranked. They're still ranked.
Still
decent.
Alabama.
They're still Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So should they be playing Utah State?
Yeah, that's a check game.
Okay.
Game.
So in boxing, you have check games.
Run off the rest of the schedule, though.
Okay.
You just going one game.
I mean, I got to start somewhere.
That's just like
next
a boxer
game,
when
next game
up.
is Alabama. No, but you coming up every year? You a prospect every year?
Every year you got new players on your team.
Alabama versus Texas Longhorns.
Big game.
Big game. Texas was ranked 25.
No, Texas was ranked way higher than 25.
No, they were ranked 25 at the time. I got it right.
Texas is ranked the number 3 team in the country. Maybe last year.
They were ranked 25 in September.
Nah, they weren't ranked 25 in September.
Maybe.
Nah, that ain't right.
Shit.
That's not right. Texas has been a top 5 team all year.
You're right.
They just lost to OU.
You're right. This is not my realm. I was in 20.
Alabama play an SEC schedule, bro. Tough shit.
All right. Now we back. Now
every year you gotta play. You're gonna play 1 or 2. Look, usually one.
Middle Tennessee was their first game of the season.
Yeah.
All right.
Middle Tennessee upset Miami last year.
Number 11 ranked Alabama versus not ranked Middle Tennessee, 56-7 cupcake game, right?
Yep.
Then they played Texas Longhorns.
Big game,
right? Mm-hmm. Alabama was ranked 11. Texas was ranked number 9. Texas upset them and won. Right? Then Alabama played South Florida, not ranked. Not ranked, and then now they moved. Now they're ranked 11, and they beat them 17-3.
Alabama was ranked higher than 11 when they played Texas.
They got it right here. Look.
Nah, I think that's where they got knocked down.
See?
Yeah, nah, that's Alabama's ranking right now, number 11. But when they played Texas, they won 11.
Oh, so they're showing me the current.
Yeah. So Middle Tennessee, Alabama.
Okay.
Texas, right? Then they played South Florida. Then they played Mississippi.
That's a cupcake.
Right? Who's ranked 13 right now. Then they play Mississippi State. Wait, Ole Miss ain't no cupcake, boy. You crazy?
Oh, it's Ole Miss. I thought you said
Mississippi State.
Ole Miss. Okay, Ole Miss.
So then they play Mississippi State next. Then they play Texas A&M.
Okay.
Then they play Arkansas. Then they play Tennessee.
Okay.
Then they play LSU.
Okay.
Then they play Kentucky.
Okay.
Then they go back down to Chattanooga. Then they finish with Auburn.
Okay, no. Games played. How many games
it's a real
played?
Ass schedule.
How many games played so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. How many of them was cupcakes?
Only cup.
Magic Taylor was lighting up the world. He fought Chavez. Career was over.
Yo, what I'm saying is, you gotta play. You gotta fight top dogs. Once you get past a certain level, you should not be pulling a Julio Cesar Chavez fight and shouldn't be 30 and have 30-something fights fighting. You shouldn't have 50 fights fighting the dude with 10 fights, 15 fights.
But this Tim,
unless he's like some Olympian that won a gold medal, silver medal for another country, like couldn't go pro, he a Cuban or something, came over, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
But this Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza fight though is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on the fight. All I'm saying is I just don't know them dudes. But what I'm saying is,
you know them dudes. You know.
Oh no, I mean Tim Tszyu. I thought you meant the other.
You don't know Mendoza?
I thought you meant the other fight, Janibek and what's the name?
No,
the Tim Tszyu. Yeah, of course I know Tim Tszyu. But these dudes should be fighting the fights they supposed to be fighting, bro. And there's no arguing about that. No disagreement about that. Tim Tszyu should have fought Charlo already.
I agree.
You know
I agree. Like, I wanted that fight.
Why prolong? I understand what they're doing.
An injury.
You can. Okay, so let me tell you this. So let me make this. Right. So you're saying fighters should fight.
It's funny though. My brother said the injury was fake and
stay busy fights. Right. What you're saying is like stay busy fights and fighting dudes. Cool. Why can't you make your way to the top? And if you're not to the top, because fights still have to be made. Undercards, they still need to be undercard fights. You don't get there like a Lubin and shit. You go for the belt. You don't get it, cool. Fight a couple fights. Work your way back up. Fight for the belt again. You don't get it, all right, cool. Come back, fight a couple fights. Boom. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or you can shoot your way to the top. You only way down. You fight dudes. Like, you still need money. You still got to make a living. You still love the sport. You still want to fight. Cool, fight.
Yeah.
But, like, fighting for, like, all that extra stuff, like, come on, bro. Like, one champion, one division. That's it.
I think that.
Or if there is 4 champions, cool.
More fights.
There could be 4 champions, right? But there needs to be a tournament, and that's that. Like, boom. And he win.
But
you vacate.
Yeah, but the problem is with the different businesses, though. That's the problem.
That's not even a problem. You know why? Because you could put them under one organization. So just like soccer, right? You got mad teams, right, in the Premier League, right?
So who should bow out?
All those soccer teams.
Who should bow out?
Madrid, Barcelona, all those teams.
Who should bow
Nobody needs to bow out. Nobody needs to bow out.
Who should bow out? PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy.
Nobody needs to bow out.
I mean, somebody has to bow out because basically these are separately ran businesses.
Listen, let me make my point. Let me make my point. Real Madrid.
Okay.
Barcelona. What's some of the other soccer teams? Some of the other European soccer teams. All of them.
Okay, so you want them all in the same.
All under the Premier League, right?
Okay, so you want all the Premier. So you got Liverpool. You got Chelsea.
Right, they're all their own business, right?
Tottenham.
They all their own business, right?
Yeah, but they're all under the same umbrella.
All under the same umbrella, okay. Exactly.
So
NFL, all them teams are their own business, bro. Right, but they're under one organization.
Yeah.
So Top Rank, the Zone, not the Zone. Top Rank,
PBC,
Matchroom,
Golden Boy, Queensberry.
Let's do the Bella shit. All those guys can be under one umbrella, one joint. You could all have your own business. That's cool. We want you to have your own business and your own fighters. Cool. But you guys are fighting up under this one thing. And we know, and you just said it. Okay. Tournament time, just like we know when the playoff starts for the NBA, right?
Yeah.
We know the NFL playoffs start, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. That undisputed, unless it's undisputed, playoff time comes September, championship fight in December. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. So from January to September, everybody fighting, trying to position themselves, do their thing, do what they got to do. But hey, come September, the 4 champions is fighting. And if you are unified and you got 2 belts, okay, you got to buy. The other 2 boys is fighting. You could fight a stay busy fight if you want to risk it.
I like that.
If you want to risk it, you can fight.
I like
Maybe
that.
fight an interim, do the sun. But hey, you're doing it at your own risk. If you want to stay busy because you don't want to go without no fight, say you ain't fought all year and you don't want to have to wait to December and fight the champ, and you can do that on your own risk, right? But that's how it need to be. You unify, you got to buy. Or say you got 3 belts and there's only one other belt, then that dude has to fight an interim dude or the number 1 contender, say for one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They fight, boom. Okay, now all you guys fighting in December for that main belt, and at the top of the year, we got the undisputed champion of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and then following, say you want to stay, you want to stay at the division. No, I'm because I already know what you say. Say you want to stay at the division, right?
Yeah.
So following year, the 4 interim champs or the 4 number 1 contenders, you guys fight the tournament. Right? And then the winner of that tournament fights for the undisputed belt. So say I'm Charlo, I'm holding that undisputed belt and I want to leave 54. Right? Or say you do like Charlo, you want to go fight Canelo. Well, those guys is fighting in a tournament. And boom. Whoever's the winner of the tournament fights for my undisputed belt.
The problem is with what you're laying out is all those fights that you're just saying, that fight happens, that they're all under different organizations.
No, but that's what I'm saying. This could only happen under one organization.
Look at this. We got 3 cards on the same night. One by Showtime PBC, one by ESPN Top Rank, and one by DAZN and Misfits Boxing.
That's
different interests. There's different interests in the sport.
That's fine. That's sports. Shit, the Jets and Dolphins got different interests.
So for what you're saying to work, the promotional entities needs to be shrunken.
Who runs boxing? Who run? And that's why
no one really runs boxing. All the players that everybody that I named has a horse in the race.
The government need to come in there.
Huh?
The government, somebody need to do something. That's why I wish the Triple H daughter, whoever her name, what's the name, would have bought all their asses with them billions of dollars, would have bought all of them. And that's exactly what she wanted to do. Make one champion, bro. She was gonna buy all of them.
This is the easiest thing. This is the easiest thing for me. What I would think that if PBC would, because it's rumored that they're gonna leave Showtime, right? Mm-hmm. So they're gonna go possibly to Amazon, and they're gonna have Amazon fights. That's the rumor. Amazon fights, and then they're gonna still do stuff on Showtime, right? Pay-per-views and bullshit, right? The biggest thing for them for the sport would be if PBC and ESPN and Top Rank was to join forces. That's the American landscape right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eddie and Frank, who them two hate each other. if they were to fucking bury the hatchet and then get together and then make fights between their fighters, and then you do cross promotion with the two fighters fighting. It has to be less promotion for it to work the way you want it to work. People are gonna have to bow out.
No, they don't have to bow out.
And the thing is, with you come in, you team up with another organization, and you start doing these tournaments, and you start losing power if your fighters are losing.
That's on you. Every team isn't good, and that's what it comes down to: teams. So, or whether you want to call it an organization, team, whatever you want to call it, every team isn't good, bro. You know what I mean? Every team isn't good.
So you're basically putting yourself in a position to be out of business.
No, how you gonna be out of business?
I mean, if you lose all your champions and you lose all your value.
Hey, every top organization has a recruiting department, correct?
Yes. Or at least
the Dolphins, the Marlins, fucking
fine.
They all got farm leagues, recruiters, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Bro, that's on you to go recruit. You think these little poor ass kids in the hood, in the ghetto, and the fucking favelas and all the other shit, you know what I mean? Think they don't want to out? You come give them out, they gonna sign. It's up to you to go find them. So go find them. All these 100, 200, 300 college footballs teams, they all recruiting, bro. And some teams do better jobs at recruiting than other teams.
Okay.
So go recruit. You know what I mean? Build your recruiting staff. Send kids all around the country. Send your guys all around the country, all through these little hoods, and go find the next one.
But then you get situations like gyms, right now. You got Janibek versus
it's
Gualtieri.
Simple. It's like in baseball, right?
You don't know who these guys are. So you're gonna be in a system where you're gonna have a lot of turnover, right? You're gonna have a lot of new fighters coming in.
That's sports.
You're gonna have a lot of new fighters coming in.
Average play in the NFL play for 4 years, bro. That's sports. That's sports. Only the greats last a long time. And some guys could stretch it out, just being really good, right? May never be a champion, right? There's guys that never been a Pro Bowler, never been an All-Star, but they've been in the league 10 years, right? So that's fine, bro. There's lanes for everybody. Everybody isn't a champ. Dudes could work for a company 10, 20, 30 years, retire, bro. Never be a manager, never be an owner, never be a vice president, none of that shit. But hey, they made a good life for themselves. Being a champion isn't for everybody. Some people just want to make a living for their family, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. They don't give a fuck about being a champion. They want that check. Because the opposite is nigga being dead ass broke. And their family never coming out of nothing. Right? So everybody don't need to be a champion, bro. Everybody's not gonna be a champion. Everybody who fight is at championship level.
1,000%.
What are cab drivers?
But in a sport,
what are tomato cans? We see guys with 10 and 40 records and shit.
In a sport that's so dangerous, where you have to build a name and you have to have a career in order for you to be financially stable, for you to be able to secure your family.
Well, listen, and that's another thing too. That's how you take the gender out the sport. It's dangerous because you pairing up great fighters with bum fighters. And them niggas is getting hurt. If you lined up great fighters with great fighters, injuries would be far less. Why you think NFL teams don't play college teams? Because, nigga, if an NFL team play the college team, the worst NFL team will beat the shit out of the best college team, bro. You understand? Because there's levels to this shit. So if you put top fighters in it with top fighters, it won't be no injuries. There'll be injuries, but they wouldn't be like that. But it's like that. Dudes is dying and all this and that because dudes is in there with people that they ain't supposed to be in there with.
But the pay scale would have to go up.
It will go up. The money's there. Dudes can just pick out 50 million. The money's there. The money's there, bro. You know what I mean? And the top fighters will get paid. All the top fighters get paid. Name a top fighter that isn't paid. Name a top tier fighter that isn't fucking paid. You can't.
Top tier fighter that isn't paid.
You know what I mean? Now some pay more than others, of course, because nigga, there's pay-per-view and there's levels to this shit.
I mean, for you to be a top tier fighter,
You know what I mean? But if you fighting for a belt, this is what Corey Springs told me. If you fighting for a belt, nigga, you getting paid $200,000, $300,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. So what you do with it is on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like a lot of dudes with these guys, they get raped because they don't know shit. Paying managers, paying this, paying that, you know, all that kind of shit. Right? But come on, bro. There's money in the game. There wasn't money in the game. Floyd Winner got paid $200,000 to fight Conor, $200 million to fight Conor, $300 million to fight Pacquiao. Like, come on, bro. There's money in the game.
No, we know there's money in the game, but there's
Ryan
money
just
in the
made
game
30 million. Ryan just made $30 million to fight Tank. How much Tank make?
Yeah, but Floyd was able to make that because he had a career that was able to stretch out to the eons.
And what was Floyd fighting?
No, I'm saying that's why Floyd.
What was Floyd fighting though?
Champions. Yeah, but not the number one fighter at the time when they. I'm not knocking.
Still fighting champions though.
Yeah, but that's what's happening now.
And they're getting paid for it.
You have a lot of fighters fighting champions, former champions, number one contenders, shit like that.
And they're getting paid.
I'm
getting paid more than others, but it is what it is.
Either way, for boxing to be 100% fixed, you would need these promoters to work together with the only purpose is to win. My fighter's better than your fighter. We gonna match them up.
Let's go.
But that's not gonna happen because you can't run a business like that. So until the business aspect of it,
you can though.
You breed up
your other fighter, man. It's shit like a family. You breed them up. You bring them up. Okay, you beat my champion. Cool. I got another one in the stable. Let's go. And you keep it going. Fighters ain't niggas ain't gonna stop fighting tomorrow. There's always gonna be a young buck. Look at, you know what I mean? There's always a next young buck. Fighters can't fight forever. So as great as Floyd Mayweather is or was, he had to retire. Right? As great as Manny Pacquiao was, he had to retire.
Yeah.
And now there's the next guy up. And the next guy up. You understand what I'm saying? So these guys, they can't fight forever, bro. There's always gonna be a next guy up.
Facts.
So like the greater you are, the longer your reign is. You know what I mean? If you were just good enough to be a champion, cool. You was there, cool. You made it. You know what I mean? But the great ones will last a while, and the good ones will do their thing for a little while. But man, it was just one champ. These fighters will be immortal, man. You know what I mean? Like they were back in the day. There wasn't all this smoke.
Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. I'm trying to pull up the odds right now. Try to see what they're trying to say. I mean, Tszyu is the favorite. I know I put him in there as a kind of like a lock in terms of the bet, but Brian Mendoza ain't no pushover, man. Definitely not a pushover. 23-0 versus 22-2-0. Brian Mendoza has 2 losses. Tszyu minus 650. Brian Mendoza plus a 375 underdog. That's our FanDuel Sportsbook. You don't know enough about Brian Mendoza to lay cheese on him, do you?
Oh. Vince McMahon dead?
What? What you say? Vince McMahon died?
Hold
Tim Tszyu's last few fights: Sebastian Fandora, Jason Rosario. He beat both of them by KO. Benjamin Whitaker by KO. He lost to Jesus Alejandro Ramos Jr., who was 16-0, and then he lost that in a unanimous decision. He also lost to Larry Gomez. I mean, I saw him in the weigh-in a little bit. Mendoza looked definitely ready for the fight. He looked in amazing shape. Tim Tszyu looked good, but Mendoza looked like the more of a specimen. He looked more cut up. But I think Tim Tszyu is the safe pick on this one right here. More experience. He looks like the part. Do remember Mendoza was losing the fight to Fandora until he caught him with that great shot when Fandora had his hands down, looking for a shot himself, and got rocked. And Mendoza did his job and put him away. So there you have it. Good night of fights.
Definitely.
We got 2 boxing cards, and then we got 2. What is this? What do you call it? Celebrity boxing, or what is it? What do they call it?
YouTube boxing, I guess.
Nah, man, give more respect than that, man. Can't be just YouTube boxing.
Celebrity boxing.
Influencer
boxing. I don't know. It's
all
in the same.
Influencer card. I'm gonna look at the results. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pay for that. Got 2 decent fights that's gonna give me clarification in some of these divisions. Give me a better understanding of what's going on in the sport. I'm definitely going to pay attention to that. So it furthers my knowledge and my love for the sport that I feel like is the best sport in the world. Poorly managed, but best sport in the world. But like I said, I will look at the results and see what shook on the influencer side of the fights. But Eminent Sports Broadcasting, man, we signing out.
Yes, sir. Guys, don't forget, man, hit like, share, subscribe buttons, man. Show us love, man. We back in the building.
Yeah, man, we signing out. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Might hit y'all with a little something later. Probably something more, maybe not. But have a blessed night.
You.
All right, y'all boys.
I'll take a piss.